Hello, folks. Welcome back to yet another edition of Travel Insights with veterans and visionaries. Today, we have with us Rajan Dua, co-founder of Udaan India Pvt, one of the largest visa facilitation services in India, which he co-founded. Apart from being an entrepreneur and a business leader, Rajan is also a travel enthusiast. He's a first-generation business leader under whose guidance and leadership Udaan has reached multiple milestones and achieved extraordinary success. Today, Udaan is present in all major cities of India and assists large business houses, multinationals, travel management companies, as well as travel agents in all their visa facilitation services. Rajan has always focused on innovation and envisioned technology to be the change maker in the travel trade. With the same vision, he led Udaan India to be the first company in the trade to launch a comprehensive visa information portal, which was of great use, I can tell you that, for travel agents and TMCs across the country. Rajan's impeccable leadership skills and business innovation acumen makes him a distinguished name in the travel trade and probably one of the best known people across the travel trade anywhere in India. So welcome, Rajan. Welcome to today's show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amit.
It's always a pleasure to have someone like you, someone who's been around for so long, who has met and interacted with so many people in the industry. So we'll start straight away as we go in this particular session of ours with your journey so far, how it started, when it started, and how things have changed since the time you started in the trade.
So my professional career started, I completed my graduation in 1990. I'm a proper Delhiite, born and brought up in Delhi, did my schooling and graduation in Delhi itself. In fact, I'm a Delhi 6 guy, if you have seen the Delhi 6 movie.
Yes.
So they show all the iconic things of Delhi 6 when the movie starts. So we had a rickshaw of Happy School, which is also there. So our school was very iconic as well. But besides the point, I completed my graduation in 1990. And, job was a necessity because we were from a very lower middle class, and my father was struggling with his cloth business. We were based out of Old Delhi, and to be true, being the only son, I was not keen on running the show because I understood the cloth doesn't have much future because ready-mades had taken over the raw cloth material business. And so the moment I passed out, and thanks to my parents who made me enjoy my college life, which I enjoyed to the fullest, and I made some wonderful friends, which actually became my partners in Udaan. So see how the life and irony goes. And after my graduation, I sold chips on the stall because money was very important for me. And then I got a job in a travel company where I joined as an accountant. But nevertheless, I tried my best because those were bookkeeping, all manual things, which was easier for me to grasp. And then I joined Ask Me Services, which is today Just Dial. And in 90s, it was very big thing to understand the service industry because we had very limited window of understanding how the service industry functions. And that was a very good learning experience for me. And then again, I came back to the same travel company, not as an accountant, but I joined there as visas. I used to do everything, ticketing, and going to the airlines offices, GSA offices. I learned the industry, but one thing which was very passionate and which I used to love was visiting the embassies and consulates. So I used to love the area. I used to love interacting with diplomats, making visa documents, and that became my passion. So 1992, I was just thinking that why don't I start this thing on my own? And that's how Udaan was born. And we 3 college friends became partners in Udaan, and we partnered in the sense that yes, we will take this forward. And to be true, just to share with you, I'm very, very close to the city where you're sitting right now, Bangalore, because the moment I launched Udaan, and third day I was on the Karnataka Express, and straight away I landed in Bangalore. And in fact, my first client was Aman Tours and Travels. Unfortunately, we just lost Mr. Mulgidara. And so Bangalore has been very close, and that's how we started our journey. And Udaan started expanding our network in Southern India. We were based out of Delhi, and 94 I became a TIE member, and Chai really gave me a very good platform to socialize and meet the stalwarts of our industry, and I was very happy seeing everyone under one roof, and that's how we started tapping bigger clients, and then we got Sita Travels, and then we got Cox and Kings, and we worked with almost all big giants by that time. And 2003 was a time when we launched our portal, which was udaanindia.com. 2006, we opened our first branch office in Bangalore, and then we expanded in different cities, and now we are almost present in all prominent cities of India. We have upgraded our portal, which is a web-based portal. Yes, as you mentioned in my profile, that we are handling a lot of corporates, multinational companies, we are handling a lot of MICE companies, travel management companies, and obviously the core business which I used to get from travel agents is still continuing, and the journey has been very good.
Oh, that's great to hear. So it's been 29 years since you've been in the industry, and the industry's obviously changed and evolved a lot. So how have you seen the travel industry per se evolve in these 29 years, and what are the major shifts in your vertical, the visa vertical, from the time you started till today?
We have grown tremendously. The industry has grown tremendously, and travel is a necessity. Travel is a passion. Travel is people have taken holidays as a part of a ritual for their annual thing. You create a budget for everything. You create a budget for a holiday as well, and the way destinations have picked up, the way Indian traveler has grown tremendously in last 4-5 years. The new destinations have been made, and the visa norms have simplified. We got a lot of e-visas facilities. Countries understood if the visa hassles are not there, they can promote the product well, which is not good for us. But nevertheless, yes, it has grown tremendously.
And how have you innovated in terms of manpower, use of manpower? Because I'm sure 29 years back, you would have required a lot of people to do a lot of work in terms of even filling up forms, because I know people used to hardly ever fill up forms. They would just sign a form and send it to you. Whereas now things are a little bit more organized. So how has your manpower evolved along with you? You of course have, but your people, how have you made them change?
We understand that tech has taken over our human resources, but in our field, we still need a manpower, because the physical passport either has to go to the embassy or it has to go to the VFS center. The documentation has to be done, and we have to carry all the papers as well. So yes, it plays a very important role. So what we do is, I've been very fortunate that people have been working with me from last 24 years, 25 years. The visa team hasn't changed. They feel Udaan is like a family for them, and they feel that that's the world for them. So we have been able to stick to our team. The communication team is always being given a training on whenever we sign any major corporate or any client, how to handle their business, because this is very important for them to understand. You can't be a novice giving them normal visa information. He has to understand their requirements. So the manpower utilization in our field, it's required, and we train them well to get to the expectations of our customers.
I know that Udaan was probably the first real visa facilitation service on an all-India level. But the coming of VFS, did it harm you in any way? Did it affect your operations? Did it make you...
See, VFS, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yes, we are affected by VFS because they've opened centers in almost every city. So that city business, what used to come to Delhi, is being submitted there within that area or in that particular zone as well. But we also expanded. We understood the network that VFS is only an authorized body by the embassy. They will not go to our client and ask for papers. So we also understood the need to open outlets all across India, and we work very closely with VFS. Whether it is an embassy or whether VFS, it doesn't make a difference as far as our submission or our network goes. And fortunately, now even the diplomatic missions have started realizing every high commissioner or excellency has become like a tourism role model for their country, and they work very closely with prominent visa companies or travel agents. So they are accessible to us. So even if I need any help, I have an access to the embassy as well. I don't have to go through VFS.
One burning question which the industry always talks about. Do you think it is fair for VFS to have the kind of monopoly they have right now, or is it better to have at least two players so that things kind of even out?
See, to be true, the way I have seen VFS growing, it's not only Indian market. For them, it is a global contract. So I saw one of a contract of a very prominent Sri Lankan country going to another service provider. So he had to open offices in 36 countries, which is today is it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible, but it's not easy for them. So for VFS, they have already nurtured. They have their offices in place. They have understood how the visa process happens. So I think they are the more very established player. You're right, monopoly plays, but I remember when Shanagan got Biometrics, there was one time that VFS actually wanted, that Messi wanted to deal with the direct client, and they wanted to remove travel agents in between, but that didn't happen. Actually, we made them realize that how important is travel agents for coordination of visas, which is still happening, and which is going to happen more now. When I see this post-COVID-19, I think people will go back to their orthodox way of buying tickets through their family travel agents, because they need a trust factor.
Now, you mentioned COVID-19, and that, of course, is the real burning issue right now. How has the lockdown and the pandemic affected your company, and what are the steps you are taking to not only keep it, but also stay above water?
Yeah, so we, how visa business happens. So visas are always done much in advance, and thanks to the Indian travelers that they have been very matured now. They plan their tours, they plan their international holidays much in advance. So we realized much in first week of February itself that things are not happening the way it should be. The numbers had really fallen. I think China was the major country which stopped accepting, and people stopped traveling to China, and that followed by other South Asian countries. So we understood that things are not gonna happen the way it used to be, and we're almost verge on collapsing on the summer season, which is always a money spinner for every travel guy in India. Yes, it has actually devastated the global phenomenon of travel industry, but I feel we'll have more clarity now. Yes, everyone is affected very badly, but I think travel will become like more of an indulgence thing. Indulgence in, I don't know whether it's an appropriate word or not, but indulgence in the sense we do so many things, we know it's wrong, but we take precautions to take care of that. So it's just that we need to have precautions, but people will not stop traveling. I don't see that. Yes, the moment vaccine comes, and the way airlines and the way other people are working hard to fight this problem, but I'm sure we will bounce back. It's a matter of few months.
You see changes in terms of requirements for visa applicants post
drastic changes coming up. We are expecting stringent norms. Unfortunately, the cases are growing in India, so Indian traveler will have bigger challenge while applying a visa. I think embassies and VFS itself is looking for a very, very less human interaction. I think we will have a paperless documents. We will have to put everything on the system itself, and the visa approval, I think it will be more of an e-visa concept, which will follow in coming months or years. Definitely, our Indian government is also looking for a chip passport now, which is going to be launched very soon. But I feel, as I've seen the industry, your finger will be your passport in coming years. And as compared to C19, yes, you will need a medical proper certificate. You might, when you land up in that country, you might have to go through that test again, which I've been getting news, not confirmed, but yes, I think Shanagan will very soon announce some sort of fee the moment you land in any Shanagan country. You'll have to go through the test again. So this is going to happen. And rules for e-visas, I don't think so. Those visa on arrivals or which is going to happen. They're going to start. They will put back into the format of an e-visa, or you have to apply physically at the embassy, which is going to happen now. This is what we're expecting.
And you see visa processes taking longer time now, approval processes?
I don't think so, because the numbers are not going to be very huge. There will be a mandate, and I'm sure all these countries would have understood and they would have followed some process to be launched very soon on visas. So I don't see much delays happening. I think people above 60, 65 might have to go through a different kind of a medical, or they might have restrictions on traveling. But nevertheless, all these, don't think so it will make things delay in terms of visas. But yes, you'll have to follow, and the rules are going to change.
And I mean, again, post-COVID is what we're talking about. Do you think that you did mention that there'll be a lot of paperless applications happening? Have you heard from anywhere? Are they going to do anything in terms of biometrics also being collected at offline centers? Because that is what causes a huge crowd at the VFS centers. So are they working in terms of offline centers where some kind of biometrics can be taken?
We had a verbal discussion with VFS on general on how we need to take this forward, and we only suggested them that, especially for our corporate clients, if a corporate doesn't have to visit VFS and we can fix up one day for X corporate that VFS is going to be there, and we can apply all our applications for those particular countries on that particular day, and bring the cost at a nominal price, so that it is a win-win situation for both of us. So that verbal discussions are happening. Even they are thinking to launch a different kind of an ODMV facilities for the countries which have approved ODMV facilities. And I think we will have more of a slot now. Every application will have an appointment-based system. So even if my staff is going for a submission, we'll have a particular time, so that social distancing has to be followed. I think we also suggested them that they should make a list of preferred visa agencies or preferred travel agents, so that you are not being crowded at VFS. You can tell them that you can go to this particular guy and he can accept your papers. Let's see how it goes. But we also suggested them, if there is any approval, that we can have that ODMV facilities in our office, in our premises, so that he can come and do the biometric, and we can submit the documents to you.
Yeah, that was my question. Is it possible to do something of that kind?
I think there's a lot of think tank happening. There's a lot of brainstorming happening, because VFS has to come back, and we have to come back in this industry, bounce back with substantial numbers. So they're also doing the same, and I'm sure once the embassy starts opening, they will definitely launch these facilities.
So great. So Rajan, just to wrap up, what are your views in terms or your perspective in terms of the way forward, in terms of growth plans and innovations at Udaan?
So we understood now that what we were handling is not going to happen. We had to go to one higher step. So what we have done is, if you talk of Udaan, we are upgrading our software to the next level. So what we just discussed on paperless documents or maybe online things, so even my portal will allow you to upload all the papers, and we can just transmit it to the embassies. We will have a lot of options for travel agents to work on our portal. We will have every piece of information, because now it's very vital to catch up on the passport, that which all countries he has been in last 12 months. So we are upgrading our portal, and the moment lockdown opens, we will launch a new portal, and this will be a big relief for travel agencies who are working with us closely, or the corporates, that we have already demarked the problems and we have understood what the embassy is expecting from us. So it will make things easier when it comes to visa processing.
So those are your plans going ahead. Thank you so much, Rajan. Thank you for a lovely interview. And
thank you so much. Thank you.
It's always great to talk to someone who's been around for so long, because we get to hear and learn so many things. Yeah. Thank you. And going forward, once this C19 is over, we'll probably try and meet you personally also and have a one-to-one chat with you.
Pleasure. Most welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And for our viewers, we hope you enjoyed this show with Rajan Dua of Udaan India Pvt. And if you did, please don't forget to click on like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.